Today, we're talking about organization as it pertains to your online business, and the tool that we're talking about today is called Trello. Today, we are talking more organization. So I asked this question inside of my Facebook group, and you guys were like, Zaylee, listen, we want some organization tips, right? And let me just get started with, if you have never been here before, I am Zaylee Barclay. I'm so excited to have you here. I am a video sales and marketing coach, and I'm also a Thinkific expert. Today, we're talking about organization as it pertains to your online business, and the tool that we're talking about today is called Trello. So first of all, let's talk about what project management tools are. And if you haven't shared just yet, definitely share so that we can have, more people. What do we say about that? The more, the merrier, right? But yeah, so project management is basically whether you're managing yourself and you want to make sure that you can see things laid out and clear so that you're able to execute, whether it be in your business or, personal projects. Some people use Trello to manage their home lives as well. But like I said before, there are different project management tools that you can use. But today we're talking about Trello, right? So we are going to dive deeper into it all. Now, let's just go over the agenda for today, right? We are covering what is Trello and why I, Zaylee Barclay, choose to use it with my Start, Shoot, Grow team over Asana, right? What you're able to actually use Trello for, how you can use it to stay on track and productive in your business, and how we use it for video content creation, right? So we use it to really maintain our content schedules and things like that, and to make sure that we are all on the same page, especially if you're working with a team. But the crazy thing is I've created systems that I used by myself before I had a team, just to keep me organized and on track with my business goals. And now it's so cool that I can invite my team to see my brain and see what that looks like, right? But we're also going to be talking about how you can use it in your own business and content creation process too. So today, I hope that we share something that you can take away and use in your own business. Trello is free to sign up for, so that's the cool thing, right? So most of the apps that we're talking about do all have a free version, and you can definitely sign up for those. So first of all, this is what Trello looks like when you sign up for it. Now, we have so many boards in here, right? And I actually when I used to work with clients one-to-one, now I'm focused solely on the Start, Shoot, Grow Academy. But when I would work with clients one-to-one, we would use Trello for management as well. I love processes. If you guys know me, I love mapping out a full process so that we can see what is going on with a process. So I'll show you an example of what that looks like, right? So let's say this is the process for launching an online course. For me, I like to see the process of it. I love seeing what the full process entails, right? So whether I'm launching something or I have an online course that I want to, complete, or even when I used to work with clients, we would work through this Trello board as well. And one thing that I do love about Trello is that you're able to go in and, check things off. So for me, I love seeing bigger picture, but I like seeing little tasks that you have to complete in alignment with achieving the bigger picture. So let me know down in the comments if this is kind of starting to make sense to you guys. And so you can use Trello for different things. Like I said before, you can use it for home management, making sure that you have everything that you need going on in the house, or you can use it for business management. You can use it for checking off personal goals in your life. I have a board that I can actually share with you guys that is an example board that I use to work with clients as well, where we use this to plan out launches based on the big picture of the year, right? So you guys can see this is quarter one. Well, this was December. So this is quarter one, quarter two, quarter three. So depending on your goals, what we want to do is make sure that every month you are working in alignment with your goals, right? So I'm just going to come back just to see if you guys are okay and if you guys are hanging in there with me, right? Let me just check on those comments and see how those are doing. Hello, Sydney. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My amazing partner bought these glasses for me and I like them because it doesn't get caught up in my makeup, right? So it doesn't, it's not contrasting. Hey, Kanikwa. Oh my gosh. Hello, Cole. All right. So you guys are all set with me. You guys are rolling through with me and I absolutely love it. Right? So let's just make sure we're on track here. Now, before we dive deeper into Trello, yes, Vanessa, you've got it. It's like a to-do list. Now, here's the thing. There's also Asana. And like I said before, there's Monday.com. There are so many different things. I'm going to take you guys over to the Asana website, if I can situate myself. And I'll share a bit of why I like Trello more than Asana. Asana's interface is a bit different. And it's a bit more confusing for me, right? So the thing about Trello is that it is plain. Like what you see is kind of what you get. But obviously my Trello looks full because I'm actually taking you guys through, what we use in our systems. So that's the difference, right? So you're able to build with Trello specifically. However, you decide. So usually when you start a new Trello board, it's more empty than what you're seeing because this is, what we actually use for our teams. Like, we communicate in here a lot. Gina will drop something in. She'll do a bunch of, thumbnails and things like that. And we'll figure out, okay, so is this, like you can see here, she has thumbnails for approval, right? So this is actually the board we use to communicate about YouTube, right? We recently started a fresh new one for 2021. I'm not sure where it is. It's somewhere. But you guys know I also sell this board because this board is based on my concept of foundational content, functional content, fun content, and financial content. Because you have to make sure that you are creating videos that sell your products and services as well. And so even as we were speaking about checklists, for me, I make sure that every video that you create, you think about the description of the video, the general idea of the video, the purpose of this video, the research on other videos, list points that you're going to talk about in the video. What type of video is it? The keyword search and all that jazz. But we'll get back to this in a little bit. But I really love using Trello versus Asana because Trello is just so much more simple. And I need to see everything that we have, in mind to work on. The other thing that is so cool is, like I mentioned before, you can actually work with your team on Trello. And I think with Trello, you can add more people to your teams. So the way that my brain works is I need systems. I need a whole flow of things in order for us to get anything done. I need to see these things properly so that I'm not second guessing myself. And sometimes I need to brain dump, right? So that's a huge thing for me, being able to brain dump, but also being able to have my team stay in alignment with what I am seeing. And one of the cool things is that we have a board that we revamp every single month, right? And this one is not too messy, but this one, we have all of the projects that we're working on. So first of all, we start with all of our main monthly goals and what that entails. And so everything that is after here is in basic alignment with what our monthly goals are, right? So you'll see that we have some projects that we work on, and some of them might be things that you see on our email list. So you might be receiving some of these emails. And so if you know right now we have a secret sale going on, if you don't, now you know. And it's for this board specifically and one of my workshops, so that you have access to both of them so that you can work in alignment with your goals for video content for 2021. If you don't know about the sale, send me a direct message and I'll send you the link to it just in case you want to make sure that you have that, right? So this board is perfect because we are able to, and I can show you a used one, which is where we have it all filled out based on, what you need to think about when it comes to your video content, right? But yeah, so our monthly board, we make sure we are working in alignment with monthly goals. So you can even see here for our show that you are seeing today, I actually made sure I went in and had a full description for what we were talking about today. So our shows are never like just, wishy-washy. We really plan these shows for you on the back end, which is why I ask you guys to share so that more people can see how much work we put into being here with you on a Friday night, right? So we always have things mapped out, and you can get access to hosting your own live show as well inside of this board, right? So that, you can see how we do this. But yeah, so we have all of the specifics of the show, and we have all of the cards that you see me showing you. We have all of that as well mapped out on the back end. And then I have tasks that I need to complete in order for the show to, run. So we always have questions that we need to review from inside of the Facebook group. I always figure out SEO. So how is my show going to rank in search engines? Let's say today someone happens to be searching for Trello. They might be invited to this live show. You guys know that I use YouTube as one of my main marketing strategies so that people or my ideal clients are able to find me and work with me, right? And I always prepare my scenes in Ecamm. That is super important, right? So that I have a fully prepped show for you guys so that you can come in, you can get information, and you can walk away with things that you can actually execute on. And I always have an ad or something that I'm thinking of running for you guys. Today's ad, which I can definitely pull up for you, is where we are reminding you guys. So I have the ad of the day for Ecamm, and you saw that I just pulled that up easily. And that is letting you know that the Start, Shoot, Grow waitlist is finally opened. So you can join the waitlist to join us in the Start, Shoot, Grow Video Academy. You'll know exact dates and things like that. As soon as we know, we will be letting you know first on that list. And you can get on that list down below, right? So that is something that, we pre-plan exactly what we're going to say. And these are things that I want you guys to be doing so that you're able to effortlessly grow your audience and, share amazingness with them. So we always plan out what does that episode production look like, And so the cool thing with this is we create template cards and we are able to repurpose them every week. So if I show you over here, we actually have completed Ask Daily shows where, we actually completed things and we archived them here in case we need to reference them and see them. You can see an old show right here and the cards that we make. Let me know if it's cool that you guys are kind of like seeing the back end of what it looks like or what these shows look like. I definitely want to know, and let me know if you would be interested in doing something like this to grow your own audience. Sydney said, I've never seen this level of detail and organization. This is the best thing I've ever seen, and it's so inspirational. You know what, guys? For me, I love showing you guys the back end. I think that's why I enjoy creating content on YouTube so much. And the cool thing is that even when you work with me, either in the academy or one-to-one, I provide these templates and explanations so that it makes things easier for you guys to then produce video content. And the cool thing is that in the way that I teach, you guys get to understand how you can create and also how you can actually create video content as your main long form content, export your audio. If you want to create a podcast episode, we're definitely going to start doing that with the Ask Daily show, especially the ones that are more talking than showing you things. It's going to be perfect for us to add to podcast episodes. And even when we think about the things that you guys see in the Facebook group, the audiograms, or even on Instagram, all of those things are pulled out of video content. And I love working with Gina, my assistant, in that way because she can just go into my videos and pull out content. She doesn't have to, think magically about what do I say today. Like, we always have so much content planned out, and it makes things so easy for us because, it's just so much of a no-brainer when it comes to what we're doing, right? And trust me, this is just the tip of my organizational iceberg. I have so much. So I want to share with you guys today about Trello. And I want to do a series on Notion because I use Notion a lot in my business. Let me kind of just give you a look on what Notion looks like, right? So I'm going to get out of this scene that I have right here on Ecamm, which is my Q&A scene where you guys can see the questions because I like you guys to be able to see the questions. But oh my gosh, so I also use Notion, right? So Notion is my brain basically. And it's where I store so many things, right? I've created this dashboard because the weather affects me. I need to see what my weather is for the day. And I always have so many quotes and things that I actually share with you guys, right? I need quotes because I like referring back to them when I need them, right? And this is one that I added today. Always be aware of what worked and what didn't work and double down on what works, which is why I love sharing about video content because it just works. Right? So I can see my full calendar and what I need for the day. I had a pretty busy day today, but I'm so excited to be here with you guys now. And then I have important links. Like I create all these boards from scratch because then I can curate them to fit me and my needs. Even for Start, Shoot, Grow. Well, you know what? I'll take a day and show you guys some more of Notion, but let's just finish with Trello. So we covered what is Trello and why I choose it over Asana. I just like the simplicity of Trello. Asana can get really complicated. Another thing that I didn't love about Asana is that you get a lot of emails when you or your team are, doing things or things are due, and that gets me anxious. It gives me anxiety, and I can't work like that. So that was a huge thing for me as well, right? So I shared how to use it to stay on track and be productive in your business by creating bigger goals and making sure that you're working in alignment with those bigger goals. And that's also something that I really, really believe in. I really believe in creating bigger goals and breaking them down. So I showed you kind of like how I work with my clients to cut down quarters and to work in monthly segments so that we know we're working towards the goal of those monthly segments, right? And so now let's just dive a little deeper into how we use it, for video content creation and really creating. And I just kind of shared with you guys like how we use it on the back end, right? How we come up with what we're doing. So let me just dive back into that. Let me share my screen with you again, right? And so what we do is we really go through our topics based on, what our goals in business for the month are. Whether my goals are really helping you guys organize, that was one of our goals this month, really walking you guys through how to get organized using tools like Trello, right? And, giving you templates for success with that. This way you're not trying to build from scratch. And we even have sales video templates in there, right? And so I included some of these. I love having templates, especially for when I'm selling. And these are high converting templates, just so that when I get in front of the camera, I know exactly what I am going to say, right? I know that you guys, actually, I did this video live, the how to sync your cycle to your work schedule for maximum productivity. I did this video live inside of one of our Ask Zaylee show sessions. So I didn't end up having to do a separate video from it. And the way that we organize the Ask Zaylee show when we're doing it is that I can chop those up into specific topics and then publish them as singular videos. So we always put so much into this show. It's always pre-planned and very meticulous so that you can get the best out of it. Oh my gosh, Lala said, your videos have really helped me with producing my course. Lala, that is exciting. And I can't wait to share with you guys. I have a specific masterclass that will be released for Thinkific's Amplify Summit. I don't know if you guys have seen it just yet, but oh my gosh. So I'm in the process of completely killing that class for you guys, and it's going to break down some goodness on video for course production even more. But congrats, Lala, on your course. But let me tell you guys something. Being organized is such an amazing thing. And this is the thing. This is what we got to think about. If you can see the bigger picture for what you're doing, it makes things so much easier. So when you can see big picture, as in, what you are specifically looking to accomplish when it comes to your YouTube channel, your Instagram, your IGTV, if you can keep the bigger picture in mind, it makes producing content and keeping up with what you're doing so much easier. I was telling someone today that I actually, on Friday nights after I go live with you guys, sometimes when I'm done, I'll record like 4 videos. Because I record videos for the YouTube channel, but I also record videos for the Academy as well. And for me, when I have things pre-planned, it's so easy to get in front of the camera and create because I have it all mapped out, right? So I like to think about this, like, what products and services are we focusing on per month? And I showed you guys this example of the big picture, right? So let's say for the big picture, I have something specific going on. Let's say I'm doing a video content creation challenge or a video content masterclass. That means whatever I am creating here is going to be in alignment with that, because we always need to think about goals when it comes to our online businesses, right? Or any business for that matter. And so I always like to think about content pillars that I'm working with. And even over here, you can see some of my content pillars are video tips and strategy. You can see some of my content pillars are business tips and motivational or community videos. And we have so much coming for you guys in the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, you can definitely join down below. In the description, I added that already. And one of my pillars is course strategy and Thinkific. You guys know I love Thinkific, right? And then we have affiliate content. And I teach all of this inside of the courses. Like, affiliate content is a great way to share things that you love with people, right? Things that you genuinely love. You can share it with them. And I know some of the tools. So like I said, you guys are seeing our messy back end here, but I love HoneyBook, right? And when I started using HoneyBook, it increased my income so much because my clients were able to seamlessly sign up for things. So I only ever share things that I love with you guys. A Bench is another tool that I use for bookkeeping. Absolutely love Bench. Definitely game changing because I'm able to have a bookkeeper that we go over my numbers with every single month. So I can see how I'm moving the needle in business and what's moving the needle in business. And guys, another reason why you need to document your processes in business is because you can actually see what's working and what's not working, what you wasted time on and what you should not have done. Right? And all of these things are in alignment. So these are metrics that you need to be thinking about, which is why it never makes sense to just do things because you see everyone else doing them. If you do that, you're going to get lost in the online space. You have to do things that are in alignment with your specific goals as a business owner. And this is why planning definitely makes a difference, right? You guys know I love Thinkific, right? So, why I chose Thinkific as the main course platform for my online business. So this falls under affiliate content and the content that I want to share about, meaning that I do have links for these things that I love. I don't ever share things that I don't love. I tell you guys all the time that people are always in my inbox asking me to share this and that. And if it's not in alignment with what I really love, or if I've never used it, I'm never going to come on here and tell you guys, oh my gosh, you should use this thing, use my code. I don't care about that. I care about you guys way more than I care about some fly-by-night sponsorship or anything like that. You guys as my community, that's my main focus. And if I feel like, this thing is not in alignment with what we're doing, then I'm not going to care for sharing it with you guys. I'm really protective of my community because I really, I trust you guys, and I would love for you guys to trust me at the same time. So if I share something that's not in alignment with our brand and what we're doing, then that's never a great thing, right? And then we have completed videos. So obviously some of these are videos that you guys have seen before, right? I recently shared about launching. Some of them are in the wrong order. So you guys can see that from 2018, some of these are videos that I produced in 2018, or But listen, that just shows you how long I've been using my own systems that I have created, right? And then you guys know that what we do is we create video content, and then that gets republished into a blog post, right? And I will just take you guys on the website. So if you've never been to my website, this is what it looks like, and we'll be making a few changes pretty soon. But if you head over to the blog, you'll see that we're working in a way where we use YouTube as our main content, but then we get onto the blog and we have that content on the blog as well, right? So you guys have seen how to make videos in Canva for 2020. You guys, and I need to update that to 2021, how to build relationships as a small business. That was a podcast episode. So my blog is like the hub, the central hub that we store everything on, even though we have a YouTube channel. Because a blog, or my blog, or your blog, whoever's blog, a blog is another way to get found, right? So we know this video came out on Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday we release a video. We release a podcast episode every Sunday. And every Friday we are here with you, like we're here tonight. And so we are able to release a blog post based on the video, right? Which we can then get found for on Pinterest. So we have a whole system, and then we take this content and break it up for Instagram, for the Facebook group. Guys, I'm pulling back the curtains on our back end, right? But listen, and you can do this as well. And that's why for me, in creating my board, I think about all of these things. Sydney said, taking my notes. And Sydney said, if you have a lot of old YouTube videos, is it okay to spin off those into a podcast, or should you use new or future content? Sydney, that is a really good question. And I'm not mad at repurposing. So if you feel like it's content where you're talking and you're saying something, and you can think about how to position it as a solution for your ideal client or customer, definitely repurposing is smart. And I'll tell you guys something. One of the things that I did specifically is so crazy. I realized that there's some content that does really well on YouTube and some content that people would prefer to probably hear in their ears. So, some of those things, like more of the mindset content, is what the Start, Shoot, Grow podcast is based on. Things that people need to really ingest or hear or understand my perspective on. It would do better in that way, right? So I just saw Vanessa say, oh my gosh, steam is coming out of my pen because I'm taking so many notes. Vanessa, this is also going to be up for a replay so you can take your time and go through it. I found that people love doing that as well, right? Sydney, I hope I answered your question. Yes, you can definitely repurpose those. So I would say start with the repurposing and then probably announce when you have 5 repurposed episodes from YouTube. And then you can push forward with future or new content. Sonia said, like, mapping out episodes. Sonia, I know that you have a podcast, and this board would actually work really well for your podcast as well, because it gives you structure. So by the time you open up for an episode and you have all of that content right there, oh my gosh, it's going to be absolutely amazing, right? So yes, it works for organization. And I'll show you another thing that I love about Trello as well. Cole said, I'm really enjoying the podcast series. Thank you, Cole. Listen, I did not know so many people would love the podcast. And so every Sunday there's new episodes coming out, but we're going to get so deep on the podcast. So I want you to make sure that you're subscribed, so that you're able to dive into all of that goodness as well. Sonia, this is what I want to show you. So for me, I love that I am also able to, in here, access my calendar, right? So if you have a specific episode coming out at a specific time, you're able to schedule it in Trello, right? So let's say I have a honeybook video and I want to release that let's say tomorrow, right? We're going to save that. And then what happens is on the calendar, I can see it right? And that's definitely a game changer. So what I'm showing you here is, let's say I want to release this honeybook episode. Let's do this again. This is the beauty of live video and transparency. But let's say I want to release this video tomorrow, right? I can set it for it to be released tomorrow. And when I go to my calendar on Trello, I can see that video there to be released. So Sonia, this is perfect for if you want to make sure that your, schedule is full of, when this or that is going to be released. That's always something amazing. And that's how Gina and I work together as well. Like, we always know what's going to come out, when is it going to come out, and all of those things so that we're staying in alignment with our goals, right? So yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, I would love to know. And the way that I created the board for you guys, you can see over here, I have a start here. So this also walks you through what you need for your YouTube channel, or, how to use Trello itself. I teach you guys about copying a card, about using the board itself as your bigger vision, or how to use this board. I teach you how to use labels as well, how to copy a card. And the cool thing is that we have templates, right? So you can create a template card. Like, let me take you back into our monthly board. We have templates. So here, tomorrow or next week, when we're doing another Ask Zaylee show, we're just going to select from, this one. And we usually use the dates. So Gina usually goes in before I can even think about it, and she labels it as the Ask Zaylee show card. And she puts the date. So I'm not going to repeat one, but yeah, so she puts the date. And this is how we use it for communication on an even deeper level. Gina makes sure that she goes in and she creates all of the amazingness that you see on the front end. And then we can get in, and then I can get in and pull it down for my eCam. So she is not here in Dallas with me, but it seems like, she's right here, because anything I need, it's already there for me. And then I just have to come on and perform the show with you guys, right? Let me see. I'm just checking in to see you guys again. I hope this was helpful. If you have any more specific questions, that would be great. I'd be happy to answer, maybe today or, on another day. Sonia said, okay, I'll definitely hit me up. Yes, if you feel like you want to be a part of the secret sale, hit me up and I will send you that link directly into your inbox. And thank you, Sonia, coming from another podcaster. I appreciate that. Okay, yes, you see it. And you said, oh my God, definitely I need to link up. Yes. The next thing I want to share on organization is Notion, because I love using it. So probably sharing my templates for organization with you guys, like how I use Notion, which is more of an expansion of Trello. So if we have something specifically going on in Trello, sometimes we expand in Notion. But I wanted to show you guys the back end of what it looks like, making sure that you're organized and working towards your bigger goals in business. I remember before I started thinking about things this way, I would be confused about what to do, what needs to be done. And I want to share with you guys, marketing does not have to be hard. Marketing can be very simple, right? As long as you know what you're working in alignment with or what you're doing, right? So guys, I'm about to get off. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below. And if you're not in the Facebook group, I want to make sure that you are in there so that you can, connect with us and ask any questions that you might have.